Halal recipe imeletwa kwako na unga wa dola. Unga wa dola, kitu shwari.
Assalamu alaikum, welcome to a new season of halal recipes. I'm your chef Afra Kerdin, and I'm also going to be showing you new recipes, new cooking skills and new plating skills. So please sit back and relax and stay tuned. Our recipe for today is Maharagwe and Chapati. So for my ingredients, I'm going to start by kneading the dough for chapati. So I have flour. So let me start with that, then I'm also going to show you the ingredients for how we're going to make the Maharagwe. So for now, I only have water, salt and flour. So we can start by putting the salt, a pinch of salt or two. Okay, for me, this is how I knead my dough for chapati. There are many different ways, and also as you'll see when I cook my chapati, it's a bit different from any other. So if you have any way of making it, then there's no problem. So now I've put flour, carboy and salt. We're going to add water. So for water, you just keep adding till you find your dough is meshkana, like it's together. Then after that we're going to knead and put, I'll show you how to mold it. So for now we'll add water and then we'll mix it. Make sure that you mix everything together. And don't be afraid to dirtify your hands. So make sure you mix literally everything so you don't have like less of salt in other pieces and less of the ingredients. Okay, so I'll keep adding water. I'm not going to add any more because my dough is getting there. So if I add more liquid, it's going to be very watery. Okay. So I'm going to just sprinkle more flour to get my texture right. So if you see your hands are sticky, you can keep on mixing, putting flour so that all this comes out. So once I've mixed it, I'm going to place it here so it's easy for me to knead. So what you do is sprinkle and now add. Okay, so make sure you remove all this. I know sometimes it's a bit too sticky, but you can remove it and add more flour. Now you knead your dough. Make sure you knead it properly. You can also sprinkle flour on your hands to avoid the stickiness. As you can see, my dough is almost there. I'm just going to add more flour. So now you have to knead this till it's soft, not rough like this. So I'm going to keep on doing that till we get a good texture. And there we go. So my dough is ready now. So we'll give it a few minutes to rest, just a few minutes, because it's very soft to handle right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to first make a bowl and then put the oil inside, and then we'll give it a few minutes to rest, then we can roll it. As we wait for that, I'll show you how to make the Maharagwe. So your dough should look like this, very smooth, not rough. So knead till smooth. So now I'm going to show you. So what I do is, if you want a very big bowl of your dough, so for me, I'm going to do that. And then you make the other one. So your size for the chapati depends on you. If you want it big, small. So for me, I always use my hand as a measurement. I'm going to use the other one as well. So yeah, that's how you go about it. So now the next step is to roll it and put the oil, whatever you use. So you put it there, and then you can add the remaining onto the others. Okay. So now we're going to roll. So now I know here is a big problem. Some people do some map of Kenya, but don't worry about this. For here, any shape can do because you're just putting oil, but the final one, you can practice makes perfect. So I know you can get it to be a round shape. So if any of you have any other way and comments of how chapati is made and you would like me to share it and show you, please go ahead. But for now, let's just roll this chapati. Okay? Okay, the last one. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to mold the chapati to look like this. So first you apply the oil or fat. Okay, then I'm going to cut through, and then I'm going to do that and roll it, then tuck it in. Okay, then I'll put flour under so it doesn't stick, and that's it. So that's how the chapati molds look like, but I know there's another way of making it, but I prefer doing this. It's a bit easier. Before we go for the break, I'm going to boil the Maharagwe so it's easy for us to come back and cook. So I'm going to use a pressure cooker that makes it easier. So we'll add our Maharagwe. Add salt. And add water. Okay. So now you're going to just give it a few minutes. Okay, so now I've kept it here. When we're back from the break, I'm going to show you how to make the Maharagwe fully. Welcome back, and now we're going to start by making the Maharagwe. And also remember that I had told you guys to let the chapati dough rest, because it's a bit easier if you put it in the fridge to roll it. So that's what I did. And now I'm going to show you how to make the Maharagwe. So we'll start by chopping the onion. Cut the onions into two. One is just enough, but it depends on the quantity of your beans. So I'm going to cut this. Okay. Switch on your pan, put some oil. Okay, using the same grinder, I'm going to put one tomato. Make sure to wash your vegetables. I already washed mine. So we blend this. I forgot to show you how the beans look like once it's boiled. So they're very soft, and you'll see some skins are coming off the beans. It's fine. So now I'm going to let these onions become brown, golden brown. As we wait for this, we can roll the chapati. So make sure also your onions don't get burnt. So preheat this pan. Okay. And let's roll the chapati. Okay. So you see, as I said, if you put it in the fridge for it to harden a bit, it's easy to make a round chapati, as you can see. Easy to work with. So yeah, so I'll set it aside as we wait for the pan to become hot, and we can do this other one. So if you don't get the shape right, don't worry, even I started the same. So practice makes perfect. Keep trying and you'll get the right shape. Okay, so we'll set this aside as we wait for this to become hot, and then we'll place it on. So we can check on an onions. The onions have to be golden brown. Then we can add tomato. Okay. We can now place our chapati onto the pan. Give it some time as we check on this. Okay, so I use a kitchen towel to, I don't know the right word to use, but to place onto your chapati and to make sure it just does that. So you don't do that till you turn your chapati, and just keep tapping onto the chapati. So it has to cook first, become brown a bit, then add oil. So now we can add our tomato. Now what I'm going to do is just add oil on top, just a bit. And yeah, that's it. So you can place on one side or you can also place on both sides. Chapati is ready. Okay, you can cook the other one. So now we'll add turmeric powder, just a little. We'll add a mixed spice, which is garam masala. We'll add garlic, ginger. And salt. Okay, our next chapati is also ready, and I can add salt into this. This is called multitasking. So add some oil and just turn it over. Okay, it's ready. Meanwhile, I can show you how the chapati looks like. So that's how the chapati looks like. And now let's wait for the beans. Let me taste the salt. I'm going to add some more salt. So it's good to taste your food. Okay. So I'm going to add the Maharagwe. So you can also add tomato paste if you want. So now we can add this. Okay, so we'll just give it some few minutes to cook. Okay, our Maharagwe is ready now, and I'm just going to add coconut powder. So in short, that's going to be our coconut Maharagwe. So I put water and coconut powder and mix it. Give it a few minutes to simmer, and then we're ready to plate. And then lastly, I'm going to add coriander on top of the beans, or you can mix it in, but for me I'll add on top of the beans. So for this, I'm just going to roll it. So once you've rolled it, I'll just cut, and I'll do the same for the other one. Okay. So now I'll paste. I'll remove this. And I'll put some beans in here, and then I'm going to show you how to plate. So I'll place this here. Put chili for garnish and just sprinkle. Okay, then roll this and put it here. Roll the other one, place it there. Okay, so that's it. This is how it looks. That's how I've plated my food. So this is my final dish. If any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. The links will be popping up onto the screen and you can ask me any question. So I hope you liked. Don't forget to give my video or my channel a thumbs up, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.
Halal recipe imeletwa kwako na unga wa dola. Unga wa dola, kitu shwari.